Hi, and thanks for logging on to the daily DVAR halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, July 9th. Here we go. Let's say you wake up in the middle of the night, or it's all dark, and it's Shabbos, and your alarm clock says the time, and you really need to know what time it is, because you need to know if you need to get out of bed to go to shul real early, but you're, let's say like me, you can't see your alarm clock because your glasses aren't on and you can't find your glasses, can't see the alarm clock, don't know what time it is, and you would really just like to move your alarm clock a little closer so that you could see the time. Is it permissible to do such a thing? You might have assumed, oh, forget it, I'm sure they're going to tell me I'm not allowed to do that. And guess what? Good news on this one. The halacha is that you are allowed to move that alarm clock to bring it closer to your eyes so you could see the time, even if it's an electric one. And of course you would have to be very careful to not tug at the cord and have it fall out of the wall and turn off, which is something you're not allowed to do. But if you know that the cord is long and there is some slack and you could pull on the alarm clock, bring it closer to you to look at it, then it's permissible. Do you want to know why? Okay, I'll tell you. Reason number one is because there are poskim out there, a good number of them, who believe that an alarm clock is not a muktzah item at all. It's not muktzah at all, and that's why you're allowed to move it. Just have to be careful not to pull the cord out. And even those poskim who do say that an alarm clock that's plugged in is a muktzah item, but it falls in the lighter category of muktzah, that's officially called kli shemalachta le'isur, a vessel that's used for something prohibited. And those things in that lighter category of muktzah are allowed to be moved for one of two reasons. If you need them for their actual body, like to hammer on a coconut to open the coconut or the nut, okay, that wouldn't apply in the case of the alarm clock. It would apply in the case of a hammer. But what will apply in the case of the alarm clock is you are allowed to move that lighter category of muktzah if you need it for its place. Like you wanted to put something right down there where the alarm clock is and it's in the way. Well, you need it for its place in this occasion, say the poskim, because since you can't see it where it is, you need its place to be closer. You need it to not stay in the place where it was. Your eyes can't see it from there. So you're allowed to reach to it, be careful not to touch any buttons, and pull it closer to you, and that's called tzorech mekomo. I need its place. I need to move its place so that I could see it. And there are poskim actually really that say that, and therefore you're allowed to move that alarm clock, making certain to not press any buttons, making certain to not tug at the cord in a way which would have it turn off, and then you are allowed to do that to look at the alarm clock. Don't tune out yet, because I have to add one piece of bad news, and that is, if there's another way for you to be able to see the time as to whether you need to get out of bed, like there's another clock, there's a watch that's sitting on your wrist, and you're just too lazy to look at the wristwatch on your wrist, that's crazy. Then you should not be moving the alarm clock. You only move the alarm clock if you need its place. But you don't need its place. And there's a watch sitting on your wrist that you could just be looking at. So before you go moving it, make certain that you really need to, and if you really, really did need to, then you would be allowed to on Shabbos, if you really needed to. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.